Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the King of It Podcast, episode number 14, I believe. I'm not even sure. That's how good I am at this, so I don't even remember what the podcast number is. I think this is number
15.
15. Oh,
15.
15, spectacular. Woo, that's pretty
Yeah.
good. All right, so yes, I am your host, the teenager, P, the teenager P Dog. You could, all of you at this point, you'll all know you can call me Pete.
What's up, kids? My name is Metalhead420. This is my first podcast, and pretty excited.
Hi guys, my name is Mr. G. Third time on the podcast, so let's go.
And you may notice, wait, what, isn't there supposed to be a fourth person? No, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, we are doing a three-man podcast. It's absolute. I know it's absolutely shocking, but yeah. So we're gonna find out just how the atmosphere is in this time, because there's less people, so there'll probably be more like direct discussion with the three of us. So anyway, basically.
Hey, the fourth person is the dog.
Yeah, as you can see, so.
Well, yeah, he's the dog from the artist.
Well, it's better than the baby that you had a couple of podcasts back. Whenever you were in it, whenever.
Yeah. Tritonics.
Yeah, I think that was like way ages ago. But yeah, if any of you remember that, and you're true podcast dedicators. But basically, last week was a very weird week because I was just starting my exams and I was stressed out. We had the E3 special, which you haven't seen yet, because here's the thing. All right, I'm gonna explain this right now. All right, so what happened was the E3 special, nothing too interesting was happening. We were just sitting there, five of us. It was mainly Hazard that was doing most of the talking. So basically, it was his job to look after it. So he was sitting there doing the podcast of the other editors, while I just kind of threw him at input every once in a while. The reason why I haven't seen that is because the thing is, Mr. K, as you know, we have the new partnership with Mr. K, who where I do all this, audio and setup stuff. It's kind of ironic that I say that now because that actually didn't happen this week because the Golden Shotgun took over for this week, but I'll get to that in a wee second. But yeah, so I would normally be doing the audio stuff and then pretty much I would send all the audio and stuff already edited over to Mr. K. Mr. K would add all the videos and photos and stuff and add that cool layout that I showed you 2 weeks ago. However, this week was extreme hardcore, hyper, super awesome exam week for people in the UK, so that included me and Mr. K, and we were very busy. And not only that, but I mean, it's E3. It was 2 hours of non-stop talking about video games. So obviously, it was like the videos and photos were quick fire. If you actually see the podcast before you actually see this one, then you'll see just how crazy the photos and videos are for their podcast. It's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, so pretty much he had to edit the worst podcast. The one where you need to get the most photos and the most videos at the worst time because he was busy all this week, which is why the podcast hasn't been up after a week. But I hope you can forgive us for that. There, as soon as he gets it done, he's trying to work furiously at it now. So he will try and get it uploaded sometime this weekend or maybe the start of this week.
You are forgiven.
Thank you very much. So yeah, hopefully you YouTube peeps and King of It peeps can forgive us for that. For probably the biggest delay that we will ever have in the podcast. So yeah, however, this one's gonna get up, pretty quickly. We're gonna try and work on this one before we work on the E3 one anyway, whenever this one's done. So anyway, pretty interesting that happened. And like in relation to that, I had exams to do this week, so I let a Golden Shotgun take over, and we actually have all of June is now taken up for the podcast. I think it's up until July 16th is completely booked. I didn't really check that much, but yeah, so that's pretty ridiculous. We got a bunch of new people joining here. So obviously today we have Metalhead, who first time podcaster. Next week is going to be Mr. K himself will be on, so that's going to be interesting enough.
Flying Monkey, it's his first time.
No, he was on a couple of podcasts back. It was I don't know, it was in the top 5, I believe. I think it was maybe maybe it was a 6th one. I'm not too sure.
Oh.
But yeah, that was a nice 4 minutes, just clarifying that without even talking about anything. But yeah, so there you go. That's why this week has been a very weird week for the podcast because I wasn't there and the E3 one's heavily delayed. But yeah, so aside from all that there, what's been going on in the King of It forums? As much as I'd love to tell you, I've been away all this week, so I can't really talk that much about it because I haven't really been keeping up to scratch. But If any of you two know what's been going on, please enlighten myself as well as the listeners.
Well, there's really nothing going on.
Really? So that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
There's the
Just a couple of
announcement.
threads popping there. No, go ahead, go ahead.
There's the announcement for Amnesia.
Yeah, there's,
Yeah, the new Amnesia game.
there's a new game
Yeah.
coming out for Amnesia. You know the Amnesia crew, the Dark Descent that of course Phil never played, which everyone was still is still really annoyed about. But yeah, so apparently they've announced a new game called A Machine for Pigs, I believe it's called. A very
Yeah.
yeah.
Weird name, the weirdest name ever.
But from the looks of the teaser trailer, obviously they didn't reveal the monster because that's a trademark that they do. They like to hide their monsters until they really need to show them off, which I think is pretty cool. But like pretty much the monsters sound like pigs anyway, so I think that's pretty cool. And
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go on a limb and say the ending is you kill the pig and you eat pig bacon.
eat bacon at the end.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't even remember what the end of Amnesia was, but let's not try and spoil it for anyone. Let's not do a double Russia and spoil the ending of a game for us. So
I spoiled the game if you can't remember.
I'm not even sure. Like, what game was that you spoiled?
Mass Effect.
Oh, yes, okay. Yeah, so we seem to have a tendency in the podcast to flip and spoil games. I think it's pretty weird. But yeah, so that game's coming out. It's scheduled to come out in Halloween, which I think is pretty neat. So you never you have no idea what the heck is going to happen. Phil might play it for Halloween special. He's already got something planned apparently. But
No, he said that he got something planned.
well, he better drop those plans and play that game right now.
Yeah. Better be not Mr. Jekyll game again.
Yeah, that playthrough was quite something anyway. So we had that game came out, which that's probably I'm not sure what other gaming news came out this week. That was definitely the biggest news because it's Amnesia. Who the heck? Obviously, it's gonna ensue a whole bunch of scary playthroughs and stuff, and a whole bunch of people are gonna get famous from it. But you never know. So that looks pretty interesting, and you never know what's gonna happen with that game anyway. So. I think, was that it for gaming news, or did something else happen? I know that Payday the Heist, No Mercy, there was a teaser trailer for that. It was a DLC for Payday the Heist, and it's meant to be collaborating with Valve. And what happens is they're doing a co-op game where it's basically Payday the Heist, but it's set in the No Mercy Hospital from Left 4 Dead 1 and Left 4 Dead 2 if you're lucky to be in PC and have the
Oh, that was the news. I thought that was a Left 4 Dead prequel.
Oh, I wish it was,
Yeah.
but no, it's not. Apparently, it's a DLC, and the teaser trailer pretty much proved that because it was the exact gameplay of Payday the Heist, but it was set in the No Mercy Hospital. But it looks pretty interesting anyway, and
I was looking forward to that game.
yeah, and the problem is it's going to be PS3 only, and that's of course the only console I don't have. So yeah, that's pretty.
Aha, joke's on you.
I never really kept track of Payday the Heist anyway, so I didn't even know the gameplay of that was.
I think I played it on the PlayStation 2. I can't remember.
PlayStation 2? Is that
Yeah. There was a Payday the Heist. Or that was a different game on PlayStation 2. I don't remember.
Yeah, so that's coming out. At least it's from Valve, so that's always a good thing.
Yeah, that's not really a good thing.
What?
Because they're teaming up with the team that made Payday.
Yeah, they teamed up with Overkill Games, I believe they're called, or it's Overkill.
Yeah.
Overkill and Valve
working together.
basically.
Speaking of Valve,
Yeah.
Global Offensive got a release date for the 23rd, which I think is pretty. Oh no, sorry, it's I don't know, I just said 23rd or something. August 23rd. The reason why I might be a bit stuttery with that is because I'm have to write all this down for Mr. K to keep track on. But yes, so that's coming out August 23rd. I think Counter-Strike Global Offensive. I'm probably gonna pick it up for the consoles. So.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I played Counter-Strike a lot, especially Source.
Yeah, I remember I used to play the game as well. I was pretty hardcore into that game. So.
Actually, to this day, people still play it. Gather around, have a LAN party, and they start fighting each other. It's really intense.
Yeah, so that game is it's kind of like an ageless game because everyone is still playing that game, and The
Yeah,
graphics.
that's a classic. That's a classic.
Yeah, and like this new game, I don't think it's gonna top it. I still think everyone's gonna like Counter-Strike Source is still gonna be the main game, but this game's gonna be a nice little game to pick up and
They said that they're gonna have like a the console version and the PC version are like together. Did they
oh
keep
yeah,
that feature or take it out?
like cross-platforming.
Yeah, cross platforming.
So yeah, I think that's a pretty neat idea. Hopefully, if they can pull it off, because I don't think any game has cross-platforming except for PS3, PS Vita, that stupid stuff. But I don't.
Yeah, that's not stupid, man.
Yeah, like I want like like home consoles. I don't want a flipping handheld to be playing. That's pretty stupid. So yeah, that was what happening on global offensive. That's probably going to take over for my game. I'm playing Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2. I think whenever that game comes out, that's going to beat them, and I'm going to be playing that, in my free,
Yeah.
instead of those stupid games. So yeah, that's happening.
Also, I'm a Final Fantasy fanboy, and Final Fantasy Versus 13 may have a announced date by the time Tokyo Game Show.
Like when is Tokyo Game Show happening?
I think it's right around SBO.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's like at the same time as SBO.
All right. Well, I'll have to keep an eye on that anyway.
It's like I think September, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
So that was happening. Yeah, that's surprisingly quite a number of stuff has been happening in the game while we've been talking for a good 11 minutes in this. I think it's pretty cool. The annoying thing is I actually didn't stop my stopwatch until 20 seconds flipping, after I started recording. So I'm going to have to try and keep these times like 20 seconds ahead. It's going to be pretty annoying for me, but never mind. So yeah, that's pretty
There's also like I don't know if that's new or anything, but there like a Wii U update
For what?
for like the gamepad.
What about the gamepad?
The some like battery issues and
Oh yeah, I think we spoke about that.
yeah. Did you cover that at the last broadcast or didn't?
I'm not even sure if we did. So yeah, just elaborate for anyone that doesn't know anyway.
Well, apparently, the battery issue is only like I think 6 hours. Yeah, it's only like 6 hours of battery life, and apparently, when the battery is low, like the frames start like dropping. You're gonna have like massive frame rate dropping, and not really clear or clear HD gaming stuff. So
Yeah, that's gonna be real.
that could have that's gonna affect the Wii U basically.
Yeah, like I think that'd be pretty stupid if you had like a home console and your gamepad could only run 4 hours. Like that's pretty stupid. You might as well just buy a wired controller. And even then, I don't think the Wii U gamepad even comes with like a wired set. Like that's one of his gimmicks. Oh, you can take it wherever you want as wireless, but you can only play for 4 hours and you have to charge it up, which I think is pretty dumb. Maybe maybe it's a ploy for Nintendo to get people to buy more than one, which will be like an extra two.
Actually, that's a bad idea since every game that they announced only feature one gamepad, and Nintendo announced that each console can only have two gamepads, so that's pretty much a stupid idea to begin with.
Yeah, it's really dumb. But yeah, so stupid Nintendo didn't didn't really think about that there. I don't really know if you're gonna have something that's completely wireless, and I think that should be one of your key elements. Okay, how long can you actually play this thing rather than just kind of going, oh.
Yeah, like spend your time and resources on it.
But it appears that they're too busy working on gimmicks and stuff and having like every single thing in your hand to be caring about battery life. That was pretty dumb. But whatever, it's Nintendo and their press conference isn't exactly that good at E3 anyway. So whatever. Anyway. So I think that's about it for gaming news. In terms of the forums, like I said, what I do know is that the man with no name started his own story, starting a new story. If any of you remember, he had what was the previous story called? Like, do any of you remember?
The man no name.
Yeah. His first story that was like the very first story they had.
the Wrath of Ragnar
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
the Wrath of Ranculus or something. I know he's gonna like beat me
Yeah,
up because I don't remember this, but yeah. So he was doing that, he was doing that, but then he stopped doing it because I think he was like running out of time. And I think Metalhead's mic is like, going crazy here. I'm not sure if he's trying to speak or not.
are you with us, Metalhead?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, sorry, it sounded like you were trying to talk, but like we just couldn't hear you, which is pretty weird. I don't know. It must be like some sort of like mic After Effect or something, but I'm not too sure. It's pretty weird, but at least
Maybe he's trying to breathe.
trying to breathe on
Yes,
life support.
because in my mic, if I try to breathe, it put me like I'm trying to speak, but I'm not really trying to speak. I'm just breathing.
No, well, I don't know. Well, it's pretty weird. But anyway, you might not notice that if you're listening in here, but I can kind of figure. I was just a bit worried. But anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the man with no name, he dropped the story, and then he started a new one, which he let me know just 2 days ago. And I wasn't even aware of this story, but it's called like a game of forums, I believe, which I think is a pretty
N- nice
Oh yeah, I
name.
read that.
and it has Phil in it, it has Foos in it, it has all the usual people. But believe it or not, I'm in it. Oh my gosh, and I'm actually like a pretty main character, which I'm absolutely shocked by. But upon hearing some more of my backstory from the afterwards, is a bit interesting what I discovered. So anyway, I think it's only fair that we pay him justice and we actually read out some of his story. So the story isn't actually that long, so I'm not sure who's gonna read it here, or do we have to play some sort of like virtual rock paper scissors to decide who's gonna read it or something?
Well, my English is really bad, so
All right. So do you want me to read it? Just oh, what the heck?
well, it's
I could read it.
All right, if you want. So when you're ready, we'll kickstart this reading session.
Right?
do you have a link to the thread or
Yeah, I'm on it right now.
All right, well, shoot,
yes?
go for it.
Go ahead.
Alright. King Phil visited P-Dog at his home in the podcast section. P-Dog thought that it was just a random visit, but it's much bigger than that. King of Hate wants P-Dog as his hand, the king's own assistant. Lord P-Dog sniffs his own butt before making a decision. He's 50% dog and 50% man, so sniffing his butt is normal for him. Lord P-Dog decides to join the king and rides with him to the general section, the main capital, Formia. Phil burped. We have arrived. It's time for a good meal. He burped again. P-Dog let out a loud sigh. My lord, we ate 4 minutes ago. King Phil just waved him away. The king sharded as he turned away. King and most of the Formia now gathered at the dining hall. The dining hall is filled with food, whores, fat male nudists. Oh shit, alright. Fat male nudists and all the other houses. The king was just about to lift his cup and say a few words when Captain Fireworks stormed in. He had an important message. The Troll King Amber has returned. The hall was filled with silence. No, this cannot be. I banned him 1,000 years ago. No bears allowed, I told him, said King Phil. It is worse, his sister Foos, the queen of bear and master of lesbomancy.
I think we're gonna get banned for laughing at that.
Oh well.
Has also been cited. Lord P-Dog and his wife, Halo Bullets, were scared.
Oh, you married.
They hated war more than anything. Except for Activision, they suck balls. The other house was also upset. House Bannister, led by Piscus 38, was discussing loudly. House Rambo, led by John Rambo himself, was biting their nails. Darkman 13, a golden shotgun, and Barfly was trying to hide their gay tears. The silence was broken. The king spoke. We have only one option. King Phil rose from the chair. Everyone in the hall was dead quiet. He rise for war.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So it's very.
I'm not in it again.
Well,
This is
I'm
like
not
the
in it.
sixth story of the forums, and I'm not in it.
I'm not too surprised.
now the thing is though, like it's so funny because whenever somebody starts these stories, everyone's like, "Oh, let me be in it, let me be in it," and it's pretty funny because you know you can't have like 1,000 people in your story, but I think that's pretty funny. So
Yeah, actually, I try not to do that because I feel like if I said that to the guy who's writing it, I feel like the douche boss was telling him to do this and do that. Like I don't want to push him. If you want to add me, that's cool. If you don't, that's also cool.
So yeah, so as you know, it's probably the key sentences that, apart from fat male nudists, was was Lord P Dog and his wife healed with bullets. I remember I read that and I was kind of like, oh, that's a bit weird. And then I asked him, I'm surprised I'm not married to the podcast, and he responded, oh, well, you love her very much, but you suck in bed. And we had a pretty yeah, we had a
Oh,
pretty interesting conversation about that, which you can check out in that thread. I'm not gonna. That's all I'm gonna say for now. But yeah, it was a pretty interesting conversation. One thing I just remembered while I was here was what's his name? I had it as well, and I just lost it there now. But yeah, one of the writers actually started a new like Henjo, that's who it was. He's starting a new competition called Lord of the Writing or Lord of the Writers or something. And
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
basically every week they're gonna have like a writers challenge where you have to write about a certain topic, and you can have it in any style, in any format you want, except for erotica, which was pretty funny. This is the very first guy that responded to it posted an erotic story, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. But obviously he got like banned or something after that. But I thought it was pretty funny while it lasted. Who are the two competitors here? Let me find out. The two competitors are Captain Fireworks and the Heartless Nobody. So if you want to vote for that, the voting ends on Sunday 17th, which I think is tomorrow. So yeah, try and vote for that, ASAP. And then whoever wins that gets to decide what the topic is next week, and I think that's pretty cool. So you can vote for whatever story you want there, and I think I think it's a pretty interesting idea, and let's see how far it goes, and hopefully it doesn't crash and burn like most of the King of Fates flipping ideas, like gaming nights and stuff, which always
Uh,
yeah, it's pretty stupid. But yeah, so that's going on. What else? What else has been going on? Oh yeah, we were talking about this off the podcast. We might as well re-mention it about the top 100 games list that happened.
I
I
guess.
think I think Mr.
I
T has quite a lot to
guess.
say about this.
The worst game list ever created. That's it.
That's it.
I agree.
Like, give us a few examples of what games were featured in this.
Angry
NBA,
Birds.
NBA 2K11, bad game. Guitar Hero 2, bad game. Burger Time, bad game. Star Wars The TIE Fighters, bad game. Sims, bad game. Mass Effect 2, bad game. Silent Hill 3 is better than Silent Hill 2. Uh, just Resident Evil is not it's not supposed to be ranked 81, while Resident Evil 4 is ranked number 20. That's stupid. Uh, Psychonauts, it's not supposed to be 80. It's supposed to be better than 80. It's one of the most underrated games ever created. Fallout 3 should be in the top 20. Uh, uh, they never added Mega Man X, only Mega Man 2. They added Mortal Kombat, which is a great game, but I think Ultimate Mortal Kombat is better. Uh, what else? What else? What else?
They didn't have Oblivion.
What?
They didn't have Oblivion.
Yeah. They didn't have like any Elder Scrolls game. They didn't have Oblivion.
They had
Oh,
Skyrim,
did
but they
they?
didn't have Oblivion.
Oh well, pretty stupid. That's another one of their flaws. So Fallout 3 was really low in the list, and they didn't even have Oblivion. So whatever. So yeah, that's
Yeah, and they added God of War 3. Come on, we all know God of War 1 was the best God of War game. Um, Also, I'm seeing the list, and there is no Twisted Metal Black. I mean, come on. Twisted Metal Black is a classic game. It's brutal. It's bloody. It's dark. It's twisted. I mean, come on. Everybody loves Twisted Metal Black on the PlayStation 2.
For some weird reason, Portal 1 was beat Half-Life 2 in the list. I thought was really weird. They're both in the top 20, but I think Portal 2 or Portal 1 was like beat Half-Life like by 2 spaces. I was pretty confused about, and neither of them were in the top 10, which I was really annoyed about. But that's just maybe
Yeah,
fanboy, but whatever.
and they had Star Wars Knight of the Old Republic. It's an okay MMORPG, but come on. It's not supposed to be in the top 30.
You were saying something about...
Okay MMORPG, but come on. It's not supposed to be in the top 30.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration? I didn't mean to do that. Please, continue.
Okay MMORPG, but come on. It's not supposed to be in the top 30.
I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker.
Okay MMORPG. Also, Grand Theft Auto 3, it's a classic, but they should have added San Andreas. I mean, it's better. Let's just face it. And Resident Evil 4, supposed to be... It's late on the list, not, in the top 20. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, I'm just going to say the name. You guys know the name. Yeah, I'm not going to bother about it. Uncharted 2, Among Thieves. No, that's actually a great place for it. But 14, I would say like 25 maybe. Super Mario Bros. 3. Are you serious? And Bioshock as number 3. Again, are you serious, guys? And Super Mario Bros. Third time. Are you serious? And also, Men NFL 2005. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Seriously, are you serious? And there's also no Final Fantasy 8. Apparently, there's no Final Fantasy 8. I'm also checking out, there's also Ghosts and Goblins. Fuck that game. There's no Metal Gear Solid 4, which is one of the best games I played to this day.
Wow. So that was quite a lot for one list, anyway. And then Fly66 Monkey actually posted a reply to that. Was that Game Informer's top 2?
Yeah, top 200, and they're actually really, really good. I mean, come on, they had Doom, the original FPS game, not stupid Call of Duty game.
And Half-Life 2 was number 4. I'm happy with that.
Yeah,
Just say.
yeah. I'm not a Half-Life fan per se, but it's a great game. My fan loves it. My friends love it, so whatever.
You have to love it.
Yeah.
But pretty much, if any of you seen last week's podcast, pretty much Half-Life 2 to me is like Sly Cooper to Hazard. Let's put it that way. So I'm just gonna say that. So yeah.
To me, Metal Gear, greatest game ever.
Oh no. So pretty much that was a crazy roundabout the the list, but that's all right. It's okay to get stuff like that off our chest anyway. But so
these are the thing about G4 is like, I'm gonna be honest. I only watch them for the girls.
Wow.
They have sexy girls in that show.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. That basically they have Playboy models, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so and then their list of video games.
And they joke around being that they love games. Yeah, we know they don't love games.
You think it was like the Playboy girls actually rated the games? I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Actually one of the anchors in that show is a former Playboy model.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I highly doubt her gaming skills, nor that she's a gamer.
Hey, well, Wii Sports is up there, so there you go. That explains everything.
Yeah, maybe she's trying to be fit and have like that rocking body.
Like all kinds of stupid games. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they made another top 100 next year, and like the Xbox Nike fitness games up there in the top 100 games of all time.
Yeah, and funny thing, there's no Tekken in the game. Like, I know Tekken is a great game, even though I'm not a Tekken fan, but you gotta give it respect. I mean, that's a great game. Don't you say? Don't you agree?
Guess so. Like I was
Yeah,
more of a Street Fighter guy, but yeah, I do respect Tekken though. I
yeah,
did used to play Tekken. Like,
yeah. I mean, I myself is a Mortal Kombat guy, but you gotta give it respect to Tekken for being a great game.
thing is, what game do you think
And
they would list?
what Tekken game?
Maybe like Tekken 3, I think was.
Yeah. Tekken 3 and 5 for having great graphics. Like 5 had great graphics, and 3 for being revolutionary, I guess.
Yeah, so that was the list anyway, and I think that pretty much concludes the King of the forums section of it.
Angry Bird is number 50. Fuck.
I can't believe that.
Seriously. Fuck. Space Invaders number 40. Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I mean, the best Tony Hawk game was Ultimate Skater 8, I think it was called, right?
I'm not sure.
That was the best. That was the best Tony Hawk game, not Pro Skater. Pro Skater series sucked.
Yeah, I wasn't really a fan of it. My favorite Tony Hawk's game was Tony Hawk's Underground 1. I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I just love that game.
And also, there apparently Halo 3 is in that list.
Number 1? No, I don't know. But
No, it's on the list.
Oh, it's
It's on,
2030.
I think all of the Halo games are on there,
no.
except for that one. I don't know, Reach, I guess it's called.
What, even
Yeah.
Halo Wars was up there?
EST?
No, not Halo Wars. I'm talking
I don't
about the
think it is.
FBS series.
Okay.
Like 1, 2, and 3.
Alright, well, so I think the flippin' stupid list, they need to like revise it or something, and they need they need like,
No, they need to fire the person who wrote it. That's what they need to do.
yeah, like, 'cause that was pretty awful. That's like an insult to all gamers just by listening to some of those games.
It's a slap in the face. BioShock is number 3. Now, I'm not against BioShock, but number 3, really? Like, really? Number 3.
It's dumb.
Yeah, it's
It's a good
stupid,
game,
not dumb. It's a
but
good game, but
It
not number
definitely
3.
doesn't deserve number
Yeah.
3. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about, like, it's a great game. Maybe, like, top 50, yeah, but number 3, nah, not a number 3. Come on.
Pretty dumb anyway. But anyway, apart from that, like in the forums, obviously the forums dedicated around DSP. DSP, what was he up to this week? I believe I wasn't really keeping up to date with his footage over the course of the week, but I do know that he played Sorcery, I believe he played. Never came back.
Oh, he hasn't played that yet.
Oh, has he not? What game was it that he played?
Nah.
Was it Inversion?
Lollipop Chainsaw.
Yeah, Lollipop Chainsaw.
I know he played Lollipop Chainsaw.
I think I was.
It was Lollipop Chainsaw and Super Mario Bros. Galaxy.
Oh yeah, with Panda.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, so he was playing those other games. What game did he play immediately after he came back from E3? Was it like Inversion or something?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. It was either Sorcery or Inversion, but Sorcery must have been the game he didn't get up to yet. But
Sorcery Inversion, what kind of game is that?
I don't know. But yeah, so you have those other games that happen. Apparently, Lollipop Chainsaw was a pretty funny playthrough. I only watched part 1 of it because I didn't really have much time. And obviously that was hilarious, I must say, like the first part.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the whole gameplay because I was away for past 2 days and I just got back, so I'm gonna watch it full.
Oh.
It's a fun game. It's one of those games it's gonna be funny.
Yeah, just from like
So,
the context of it. Like,
Yeah, it's
cheerleader with
a
chainsaw and like a zombie apocalypse. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny.
It has Children of Bodom in the soundtrack, so
Oh,
I love it.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I knew. I heard that the soundtrack is like full of metal music, so that's good.
Yeah.
What, it's not like UFC where
Someone in Japan is a fan of made a good decision.
Hmm.
Definitely.
So yeah, that was a pretty successful game. I didn't watch any of the Super Mario Galaxy because that was probably the biggest exam day for me whenever that playthrough came out, so I couldn't watch any of it. Did any of you check it out? Did any of you have any comments for it?
I haven't watched it, but I will start watching it this week, the full playthrough.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either, but I'll probably start watching it soon.
No love for Panda Lee. Same. And then this weekend, they left yesterday. They went to Too Many Games Gaming Convention in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They went there. Funny enough, there was a